Hola y bienvenidos, I'm Nika guys, welcome back to a brand new video. This is Lunitca if you're new here. Hi, I am a Sailor Moon fan, an anime fan, and I also love collecting dolls. I just love collecting a bunch of things that I personally love. So I will be talking today about the new Viktor&Rolf X Disney Collector Cinderella doll from Mattel Creations. So I usually do my videos both English and in Spanish, but today I will be doing just English to talk a little bit more about this doll and what's going down, because a lot of people have a lot of opinions on this, and I think I wanted to include mine too because I have a lot of thoughts. And so let's get into it. So we have the Viktor&Rolf Cinderella doll from Mattel Creations. And so for me personally, when she was leaked out, I find her really cute. I love fashion, so I'm into that. I'm into high fashion, and some things I like and sometimes I don't, depending on what the outfit looks like. And yes, this outfit, I guess for a 2 inches doll might look a little bit funny. You know, it's not proportional on a real human, but then again, even on people it might look a little bit funny. But for me personally, for my taste, I think it was really fun to take a different approach for fashion. And I did do a little bit of homework regarding these designers because I've never seen them before. But let's get into that. Before I do get into the designers, I do want to talk about Cinderella specifically. So we do have her bun on the hair, and we do have the hair going down, which is a totally different take from her normal hairdo. Again, we're going, I guess, for a high fashion look. And with high fashion, there could be various different looks. You can go a little bit of everything, especially with fashion. You could just go a little bit. So if you're just into doll collecting, maybe high fashion is not your cup of tea and you don't know anything about it and you're like, what is this stuff? And I don't like it on the doll, etc., etc. And that could be the route that you might be taking, because some people might like fashion and some people might not like high fashion. They'll be like, what is this? This is not Cinderella, period. I'm not interested in this doll. But for those who are interested in fashion, I guess it depends on your taste as well, if you are into stuff like this. And again, for me, when I first saw her, I thought she was really fun, really chic. And I do like the interesting take of her hair. You know, we do have her classic bun on the top, but we also have her hair down with that. I always forget what that's what that kind of like curly hair, like that design is called for hairstyles. But it's really interesting that they decided to go that. I would have liked a little bit smoother, but I still think it's a fun take. I do like that she has in her collar the black bow, which is very French, very cute. And of course it is her signature choker as well. She does have a black choker. I do like that they included that in this design. We also have, you know, the outfit for Viktor and Ralph. They are designers, and I do like that. I don't know if I like what it says. I came, I saw, I left early. Well, I guess it makes sense because she did, you know, come to the party, the ball of the castle to meet the prince, and you know, she had a good time. I don't think that she came, she saw, and she left early. She left early. We all know why she left early, because, you know, it was an enchantment until midnight and she had to leave early. Of course, that makes sense. I guess if you see in a positive way, yes, she did come in. She had a good time and then she did have to leave. Let's see it in that point of view, because that's really what she did do in her, you know, iconic Disney story. You know how, well, in the original story too, she did come in and she did have to leave because of the enchantment. The spell had to, you know, come to an end. But I guess in a high fashion, it's very blunt, very modern take of I came, I saw, I left early. It's still cute. I still think it's kind of cute. It's not totally bad. I think, again, it really depends on your cup of tea. I do really like her accessories. I do really love, I think that one of the best accessories that she does have that this doll does bring is her glass slipper. I love the glass slipper. I think that was like the first thing besides, you know, the doll itself that caught my eye, was like seeing it on the pillow with the with the trim that's silver. You know, we're representing her look. Her original dress is like a very bluish gray silver color. It's not really blue. It's like it's like around that color. It's very beautiful. And I love that they have the pillow just like in the movie. Very beautiful. And her shoe is just so gorgeous. I love her. I love her heel. It's just gorgeous. And I love that it has a bow in the back. It's so pretty. I love that. When I saw it, I was like, wait, this is actually really cute. Why are we not talking more about this? She's really pretty, and I love that. I love her shoe, and I love that it has the bow, and it does have the logo of the designers as well. In the front, it has her heart, which is beautiful. I love that, which is just like the original. It does have also a heart in the front, which is really pretty. They also have the logo represented of the designers on her cell phone charm, which I really like. We do have some beautiful details right there as well. And it is repeated as well. Let me see, because I'm just like zooming in on this. Yes, we do have like a heart hanging from her cell phone. We have Gus. It says 11:59. It's almost gonna strike midnight. The battery is low. She's gotta go. And I do love that they incorporated pearls on this, and her cell phone charm is like the heart and the actual logo of the designers, which is really cute. I love things that kind of imitate that. And I do like that it is kind of like the seals that would be used back in the day when you would seal a card or your letter, and you would seal it in the envelope, and you would put the wax, and you stamp it with the melted wax, and it's hardened. And I just love that that's the logo of the designers. I've never seen these designers before. There's certain designers that I know, but I'm learning different ones every day, and I do love that. And her ruffles on her dress, they're really fun. They're fun. Again, guys, maybe I'm just being biased because I like fashion and I love Cinderella, so I don't find it necessarily horrible. I know some people might see this like an outfit to go to sleep. Maybe it kind of looks like a midnight a gown to go to sleep, but I think it's pretty cute. I like it. It's fun. It depends on your taste. Maybe it's not your cup of tea and you just don't like it, and that's okay. If you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. You can just skip this doll and get another doll that you're more interested in. It's not for everybody, and that's the whole point. Now, so regarding the actual base, we see the Rolf and Viktor on it, and it has it has like their logo. I love that the base is very different. It's like the staircase of going down, which is fun and creative. I do like her face a lot. I think it's really cute. It's a different face. I've never seen her with this face before. I think it's something new for Cinderella. If you guys have seen a doll that resembles this one for Cinderella, let me know in the comments below, because I have been a little bit out of the loop for the Cinderella dolls for quite a while. It depends. Like some I have been on the loop that are more like limited edition Disney collector dolls, but like just like Playline, I haven't really looked into it. But this looks like a new face sculpt to me and a new design. I like it, and I like her eyelashes. They're like brown. They're not even black. They're just like brown. And her eyebrows are a little bit thicker than her normal look. It's like a whole new look for Cinderella. I don't know. I like it. I personally like it just for this doll specifically. I wouldn't want this to be repeated for other Cinderella dolls. I think they have their own very, iconic look. And I think for this one, for this high fashion doll, it looks good for her, and I like it. So let's talk about the packaging itself. So the packaging itself, it has, once again, the logo of the designers Viktor&Rolf. We do have Cinderella's signature on the box, which I really like. I love that. I love that you have the option that you can either keep the thicker packaging outside of the Cinderella doll, or you can remove it to just have her clear all around and just have her display. If you are a doll collector displayer, or display. And you have that option between, which is fun. Now, regarding her packaging, I think they could have done a little bit more elaborate. I feel like it could have done a little bit more for the price that she's worth. And it looks a little bit I don't know how to say it. For me, it doesn't bother me because I think it still looks good overall. But for the price that she is worth, I think they could have they could have done a little bit more. But maybe they just want it to be more simplistic and keep it more on the simple fashion, like high fashion, I guess, for packaging, more simplistic and easy. I do like, again, I do like the logo going in the center and then having the logo going across like a ribbon almost. Maybe they added a ribbon to it with the logo on the packaging would have been really nice. I would have liked that. It would have been really cool to have that detail there. And I like that. So that would have been really nice. But the packaging is okay. It's a solid, for me, it's a solid, let's give it a 5 or a 6, 6.5. I think it's pretty solid. It's not that bad. Now, let's actually talk about the price for this doll. So this doll is actually up for pre-order right now on Mattel Creations, and it's actually up on on Viktor&Rolf's website, their actual like fashion designer website. It's actually up there and you can actually see it. So you can click on that and then it's actually there because like they're very proud that they worked on this doll. So it's on their website and it's on Mattel Creations for pre-order, and the retail price for this doll is $125. Now, I don't agree with the price. I feel like this price might be the reason why a lot of people don't want to buy this doll. I'm sure there's people who have and do love Cinderella and do love high fashion. They probably just bought her on the spot to secure the doll. And for me, that I do love this doll and I do love high fashion. I think it's very edgy and it's very cute and it's very chic. I don't like the price. I know Mattel has done more things that like Silkstone, Barbie dolls that are very high fashion and they're worth around that price or a little bit, or even a little bit less compared to how they started. It's a lot less and they were affordable. I mean, they're still pricey. It's not like they're not. They're still pricey, but I feel like they're more detailed in that sense. I do apologize if the designers are watching this. I don't know if they are or they will. But I do think the doll looks good. I do like the fashion. I do like the ruffles of her dress. I do like the details. I do love her shoes. I love the accessories. I think she's good overall. I just don't agree necessarily with the price. For $125, I feel like this doll could easily go for, let's say, $60 or $75 at least. $75 or $60 right there. I think it's a good price for her. I don't think $125 is her good price. I don't think I know they're trying to pay the designers. Mattel also wants to get money, and of course Disney wants to get money. So you have to keep in mind these are three companies that are collaborating together to make this doll. So I'm sure I'm assuming that's why they put that price of $125. I feel like 60 or 75 would have been a solid, and I still think that's pretty high. I think that would have been a solid price for Cinderella for the fashion that they have done before. I mean, they have done some beautiful fashion ones for Disney princesses, and I have Ariel. I have two of Ariel, and I'll put the pictures right here. I have these two Ariels, and they're very high fashion and they're very beautiful, but they're not this price. They're not $125. They're actually in the lower range, and I feel like they could have done that. I feel like for this doll they could have done that, and then for me, I would have bought it right on the spot. I would have been like, you know what? I'm securing this pre-order for $60 or $75, which I think is kind of pushing it a little bit. But $60, I would have been like, you know what? Securing Cinderella right now because she is so cute. She looks wonderful for me, for my taste. And I'm securing this doll. But for $125, I don't think it's a price that they were going through. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that was a good price. They could have done $60, the least. The least they could have done is $60 just to, get this doll going, and a lot of people would have maybe had secured her for that price a lot more. I feel like a lot more. So personally, I think I'm going to wait for this doll to either find a coupon if a coupon is applicable for this doll in 2 weeks time, and if not, I'm going to wait for her price to go down because $125 for this I think is a little bit above and beyond the price range they were going for. So $60 would have been perfect. I would have jumped on right immediately. I would have just jumped on. Here is her information, what it says: reveal the magic of a classic fairy tale with the inventive reimagining in a dream collaboration between Disney and avant-garde fashion house Viktor&Rolf. A timeless Disney princess receives a modern couture makeover. Inspired by Viktor&Rolf's House Couture Spring Summer 2019 fashion statement collection, this Cinderella doll's look merges the iconic elegance of her original gown with a fresh, contemporary silhouette and a playful on-brass statement. Dressed in layer of mesh tuttle and a taffeta, I can't read this word, and a taffeta underdress, the look is completed with a sparkling slipper, a smartphone frozen at 11:59 p.m., and a black ribbon choker. This Disney princess doll is a runway ready for a royal ball. And I do agree. She is very high fashion, very couture, and she looks great. And I think she looks really cute. I like her. I feel like I will get this doll, but when her price drops, I'm going to hold out as much as I can because I do not want to pay $125 for her. So who is Viktor&Rolf? So Viktor&Rolf are an Amsterdam-based avant-garde luxury fashion house founded in 1993 by Dutch designers Victor Horsting and Ralph Senorin. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. Known for their conceptual, artistic, and often surreal approach to haute couture, maybe it's house. The haute couture, the duo has challenged fashion conventions for over 30 years with their theatrical, voluminous designs and unexpected proportions. So yes, you can definitely tell even on models that these outfits look very out there, very, very large, very, I guess, high fashion and couture. It's very interesting to see. They actually do have outfits that you can see from this collection. And my God, yeah, you can definitely see where the Cinderella outfit was inspired from, because they have this exactly done in their fashion and their runway, and you can see that in these pictures. You guys can see it right here. Look at that. So for example, we have some of the outfits for the Viktor&Rolf Spring 2019, and we have one that says, "I'm not shy, I just don't like you." We also have some designs that says, censored this, I'm going to Paris. And we can see that we have another one that says, I am my own muse. There's multiple ones. Memes into couture. Definitely did some memes into couture. Sorry I'm late. I didn't want to come. This design is clearly something they wanted to use for Cinderella. They have other ones, you guys. They have other fashions, other designs that they have as designers that I think would have been also other fun options to do as well. But they have very big and exaggerated like fabrics and designs. So I guess they wanted to go with this one. That's the design they selected with Disney for Cinderella. And it's an interesting take for high fashion and for these Disney princesses dolls. And we also, another thing that did come to mind, and I'm pretty sure she was inspired by these designers, is Marilyn Fitoussi. So there's another designer called Marilyn Fitoussi. She is a French costume designer best known as the mastermind behind the bold, erotic, and colorful fashion in the Netflix series Emily in Paris. So Marilyn Fitoussi is a fashion designer that works in Emily in Paris, the fashion guide, and she has definitely some outfits that were definitely inspired by, I'm assuming that she was definitely inspired by these people, because this definitely looks like, if there's another fashion designer that did this before Viktor&Rolf, let me know, because I didn't go that deep. But from what it looks like, this is their 2019, fashion, their design that they went based off, that they did at their spring 2019 runway. And we have Marilyn that also did something similar to this in Emily in Paris, and here are some of the pictures that she incorporated the fashion and how she did the big font, the big letters in front of this dress. And that's another thing that I found as well, which was the first thing that popped in my mind, but I didn't know about Viktor&Rolf before. So now I know that this has to be from either their original design that they did or maybe someone else before them. I'm not quite sure because I haven't gone that deep, but definitely Viktor and Rolf have this outfit, and maybe they're the only designer that have created this kind of like style, this kind of look. But for those who do like high fashion, maybe this might be your cup of tea and you might be into this. I'm into it, and I think it's really cute. But again, I will wait this out because I do not want to pay $125. Again, there's high fashion and there's some different things that are edgier and more sophisticated, and it all depends on your taste. Again, I do like this design. I thought it was fun, a fun take for Cinderella, for like the Disney princess high fashion. Again, should have been listed at $60. I think that would have been more than enough. And being a Silkstone doll collector, that's the reason why I liked collecting, because they're very high fashion orientated and they're very beautifully done, and they're very done so well done. So I feel like Silkstone dolls are superior to the material and fashion for dolls. And comparing it to Cinderella, I feel like Silkstone is superior to that. And that's why I don't feel that it's fair for them to list it at $125. And yeah, tell me on the comments below what you guys think about this doll. But yeah, that's my overall opinion on this. I wanted to make a video because I really wanted to talk about this doll and the designers behind it. And look, now we have a doll with this specific kind of look with these designers. And I see myself getting her if her price goes down. I don't know with time. I mean, her pre-order will be, it says that her pre-order is from May 1st. So that is quite some time. It's going to take quite some time for her to come out. So again, I hope that the price might go down, or if they'll have that end of the year, Mattel Creation does like end of the year when dolls don't sell well, that they have a nice big sale to lower the prices on dolls that don't sell well. So I'm hoping either that, or if I can get her with the coupon, if she is applicable for a coupon. So we'll see. But yeah, that's my overall thoughts, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys!